Tonight on KGW News, a man on the run from police breaks into an Oregon City home.
Is this really happening? This feels like a movie.
But the homeowners had to laugh when they saw what he stole. Plus, local restaurants sound the alarm.
We're constantly pivoting.
Why many are worried about surviving the winter. And after a raucous school board meeting, we talked to Portland school leaders about how they'll continue to consider a student vaccine mandate. Your news starts now. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We start with that wild crime spree in Oregon City. Police say the suspect did everything from crashing a stolen truck to breaking into a home. It was a terrifying night. But as Catherine Cook reports, it also left two of the victims laughing.
The story behind these photos is intense. Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies say the truck is stolen. The driver crashed into this garage Tuesday night during a high-speed chase with police. That's after they say he fired his gun out the window at another driver who had just reported him. The driver ditched the truck. He ran into the woods of Beaver Lake Estates in Oregon City and made his way to Jessica and Paul Willie's home.
He had come in. Yes, I'm sorry.
You'll get why Paul is laughing in a minute. But first, the surveillance video. Police identified the suspect as 25-year-old Alexis Ibarra Gomez. You can see he's only wearing shorts, no shirt, no shoes.
The suspect broke in through the back of the house, but he didn't use this door. Instead, he walked over here, jumped up and grabbed the second-story deck and hoisted himself over.
Here's where he kicked open the door. The couple and their two girls weren't home, but they knew this guy was.
I get the alarm notification on my phone.
Paul called 911. For the next hour, he walked police through everything Gomez did while watching him through their security system.
The guy they're looking for in this manhunt is breaking into our house right now. Like, what?
Yeah,
How is this happening?
At one point, Gomez packed a suitcase full of the family's things, then left it behind. Meanwhile, the Clackamas County SWAT team had the house surrounded with air support overhead. Eventually, Gomez headed out the door, but not before finding something to wear.
And out of anything to choose from in the home, he found my Halloween outfit, Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights, the full jumpsuit with the hat.
With the hat.
Yes.
In case you didn't get the movie reference, here you go.
I'm going fast!
Will Ferrell.
Ricky Bobby.
Takes that and my bicycle with two flat tires and tries to escape. And apparently that didn't work too well.
As soon as Gomez saw police, he surrendered. He now faces multiple charges. Detectives returned Paul's costume.
There you go. Ricky Bobby.
And there's the hat.
An Oregon City night
Shake and bake.
that could have ended so differently. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Wow, what a story. In a developing story tonight, officials have tied the deadly shooting of an Uber driver to other gang violence in Portland. This happened months ago, but still no one's been arrested. Now the FBI is offering a $15,000 reward. 23-year-old refugee from Iraq, Dulfigar Musir, was shot and killed in northeast Portland late last year. He was working as an Uber driver and pulled up to Northeast 11th and Stafford to pick up a fare. According to the FBI, Musir was shot by multiple people. They believe he was either an unintended or mistaken target.
We lost a good guy. He was like helping a lot of people, and he was so close to start a new family.
These guns are traveling. They are moving from person to person, from shooter to shooter. And with that, of course, we are tracking those guns to the best of our ability and working with ATF and our local partners to do that.
Authorities say the people involved in this shooting got into two cars afterwards. One of them is a Volkswagen EOS. Aside from the reward the FBI is offering, Crime Stoppers of Oregon is also offering another $2,500 for information. Across the country, school board meetings have become a flashpoint. Groups against mandates for vaccines or masks show up to loudly voice their opinions. We saw it happen in Portland last night, and the meeting was moved to online only. Alma McCarty joins us now in the newsroom. And Alma, you asked leaders tonight about that decision and what's next.
Well, to put it plainly, the board chair tells me it was really only a matter of time. She's watched as these meetings elsewhere ramped up intensity over the summer and into the fall. Watching people pour in yesterday, she tells me she had a plan B. She says the main concern was masks.
I conferred with staff. We had two paths. We could not start the meeting, or we could, with grace, start the meeting and ask everyone to comply with the indoor mask mandate.
Michelle DePass, chair of the board for Portland Public Schools, did the latter Tuesday night. Even before the meeting began, tensions ran high among different people in the crowd.
I'd like to give everyone an opportunity to put a mask on.
When they didn't, DePass moved to suspend the meeting.
Our plan was to recess the meeting until people could get to a safe place to sign in. I was particularly concerned about the people that came in good faith to sign in to testify, that had signed up well in advance, that were not able to or safe in expressing their views.
In a statement, Superintendent Guadalupe Guerrero said the masks were just one of the concerns. Tuesday night, our students and staff were also confronted with the use of offensive racist language. Hate speech is not tolerated in our community. This incident is an affront to our core values of racial equity and social justice, respect, honesty, and integrity.
We weren't hiding behind a screen. We were doing the business of the district in a safe environment.
Other agenda items were discussed virtually before the board moved to the big talker, mandating vaccines for students.
I'm not really for forcing the 12-year-olds to get the vaccine.
If doing a vaccine mandate ends up in more children getting vaccinated, that's going to be better off for the kids, their families, and the community.
I would be more supportive of a requirement when they're fully authorized.
As for the non-compliance, the outbursts, the fierce feelings surrounding these difficult topics, Chair DePass calls it a kind of emotional fallout brought about by the pandemic.
It feels like a moment where everybody in the community just needs to take a nap and have a cup of tea. It's really, if you're not mad about vaccine mandates or your child quarantining, or it's going to be something. This is maybe a late stage of effect of a pandemic, is that we're struggling emotionally as a community, lots and lots and lots of us.
PBS tells me they haven't decided yet whether future meetings will be virtual or in person. The board did delay a vote on the vaccine mandate until November 16th at the earliest.
Thank you, Alma. With COVID cases in the area decreasing, the Tiger Tualatin School District plans to start allowing more volunteers and visitors. Until now, the district has allowed a very limited number of volunteers if they're critical to serving students.
We, as at Tiger Tualatin, started to say, okay, what are some of the next things that we can put onto the plate that will move us one step further along towards, a full, normal, if you will, school experience that we're used to pre-pandemic.
Volunteers will have to be vaccinated. The superintendent says there are also plans to bring back holiday performances and after-school activities like chess club. There's a new candidate in the running for Oregon governor. Today, former New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof officially announced his candidacy. He told us first when I went to his family farm in Yamhill. Now, with his campaign off and running, Kristof plans to run on a platform of bridging the wide political gulf between rural and urban Oregon.
I think we need new vision, new leadership, and I believe I can provide that, so that kids on number 6 buses all around this state can have more opportunity and a brighter future in ways that benefit them and that also benefit this entire state.
Kristof grew up in Oregon and made his name working as a reporter and opinion columnist for the New York Times for 37 years. He left that job earlier this month as he explored the run for governor. If you would like to see my entire 23-minute interview with Kristof, you can find it right now on KGW's YouTube channel. House Speaker Tina Kotek, Oregon Treasurer Tobias Reed, and around a half dozen more Democrats have also announced their plans to run for Oregon governor. Also, State Senator Betsy Johnson, a Democrat, is running as unaffiliated. On the Republican side, at least 12 candidates have announced they're running. The primaries are in May and the general election in November of 2022.